hesitation creeping in, but you look so good and I know what you're offering. Phone's lighting up, I'm just gonna let it ring. Yeah, my phone's lighting up, I'm just gonna let it ring. Is it the liquor in my system? My desires are so real. Got me caught up in this rhythm. Draw me in and make me feel. Draw me in and make me feel. Draw me in and make me feel.
You know what? Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Happy today is Tuesday. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see what we got going on for today and make sure all systems go. All that good stuff. Get the cameras and all working. Let's go. All right. So let's start off here on the calendar. Today is CPI day. CPI, big one, guys. This is inflation measure. We need to understand that this is a news event that the market's going to be highly anticipating. They're expecting a very, very big increase in inflation. So from 3.3 to 3.7. Now that's going to definitely shake up some things going forward, because this is going to reduce the chance of reducing interest rates. Now typically this is bearish for gold, bearish for stock market, and all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and have a look at what's going on. We need to see if it does come back better than expected, we will see that be something different, right? So we'll see price probably spike up, but let's run the analysis. Yesterday we tried to chop up here, boom, immediately rejected, and in Asian session, and we started to come down here. So market opened here, we popped up, and then boom, Asian session started to move down, and now we're continuing to move down, as we can see in this candle right here. We do have a breakout on this big 15-minute candle here. 5-minute time frame is trying to close below. We failed. This candle failed here, closed rejection candle at the moment. Next candle is dumping below now, so we'll see here what ends up happening. And yeah, 1 hour has basically no top wick here. On broker there is a very, very, very small wick there. I want to check on futures, but it logged me out at the moment. Let me see. Let's see. GC. Yeah, on futures we also don't have a wick on the 1 hour, which is definitely something interesting, to be honest. We have the same 15-minute that we just tapped here on futures. We're a little bit below it on futures. So yeah, let's see what ends up happening. At the moment we're obviously dumping here straight. No top wick is actually a little bit difficult. Damn. Today might be an aggressive day where we just get price collapse. How big is these stops here if we were to just send it like this? 80 pips. That's a big move, man. That's a very big move. We need a big collapse. 5 close below was a good trade. There's no top wick, man. It's a bit risky, you know? It's a 1 hour open, no top wick. It's a bit risky. If it flips, it's where your stop loss is. So you're relying on it to be no top wick. So it's better now that we have a little bit of structure. At least if it comes back up, it can respect this. But the question is do we start taking continuation trades in this scenario? Or do we wait for pullbacks? Because to get a 1-to-1 is not a small move. It's a big candle. Obviously, it can happen. Yeah, it's the same. 4 hour open as well. No top wick. On futures. On my broker, there's a tiny one. But futures is also important here. We have no top wick on futures. I don't know. It's... selling these lows here. 1-to-1 is a pretty big candle, man. That's the size candle we need. Can it happen? Yes. Will it happen? I don't know. We might stop here. Uh, Man, it's too much of a gamble here, bro. I want to do it, but I'm just relying on today being you're relying on today just being an absolute collapse day, you know? Because in an ideal scenario, you go break even here. But there's no point of going break even here. Super close to your entry with 80 pip stop. Like, it's high chance you're going to get stop break even. Unless you just get it to collapse through this zone. But otherwise, you're just going to get stop break even. It can still play out. I really want to be in from a pullback. That's what I really want to be in. I want to be in from where we come back up. And even if we get a 5-minute bearish, I think it's enough. At least then I'm in a spot where even if we fail and we make a higher low here and we start to reverse to maybe make a top wick, then I'm gonna be okay. Obviously selling the lows here is okay, but then the point is, why not just sell these lows? You know, might as well just sell these lows and put the 120 pip stop loss up here and rely on no top wick. Plus, we don't have much 5-minute structure here. We have one candle bearish, one. Right, this is what I mean. You react off here, you go break even, which is the sensible thing to do. But now you're going to be stop break even for what? For it to play out? Choppy range for more sells? No, very clean range, man. This is the cleanest range you can get. So the range is not the problem, but really the sells, like you have to... In your head, we have to look at the big picture, guys. The sell started from up here. You know, it's not an early sell. You know, we're not early in the move. We're very late in the move. We're just breaking out a new range. And we didn't break out a new range small. We already broke out the range with 80 pip candle. Then we closed. So from me, trading from a pullback here is going to give me the best opportunity to be in a safer position. You know, and then I was just thinking if I should just gamble it, you know, just sell the low here and hope that today is one of those days, because you're betting on today being a day where we just collapse, which it can happen right now. I mean, it's looking close to it. I mean, 1 minute just keeps collapsing. So if that keeps collapsing now, it will be one of those days. If it's not, but that's the gamble you take, you know. You know, any sudden upside here, you're going to be in trouble, you know. So I rather just see if this was a bigger structure. If this was a bigger structure, would have been nice. Let's go see what's happening with NQ today. Very messy range. We're stuck on NQ. Daily time frame still ended up closing bullish here. 4-hour time frames closing bearish. We have broke this 4-hour support here on the bearish candle close. It is a very messy range though on NQ. Let's go and bring this 1-hour support here. And then let's bring the 15, which is a little bit lower there. Then we can delete everything else. So we are mixed bias on NQ. NQ could start moving towards the upside if it wanted to. NQ futures close perfect S3. Let's see. Yeah. But we still have to worry about this 15-minute range, right? Because it's the low of the range. It's like this. Ideally, the worst place to sell is at the low of the range until we break out. We don't want to sell here just yet. I'd rather be in sells from up there somewhere. A lot of rejections from it. Because since we're mixed, we're not full bearish today. If we were full bearish today, it makes sense, you know? We're just expecting price to sell off. But today it doesn't necessarily have to set off here in London from the bottom of the range. So I want to see the reaction here on the bottom of the range. If we break out, yeah, we can attempt some sells on breakouts. If we pull back here, we can try to come back towards the lows again. Taking a sell here, break of this low here. It's possible to get back to bottom of range, but again, risky, you know. So we'd have to see how that is. I want to see DAX here, mark up a little bit of DAX. Daily time frame ended up closing bearish on DAX. We're working towards that daily support. Very nice LTA we have on DAX. So DAX is also looking a little bit like gold here. See what 1 hour support was created here. We have bearish bias on DAX. 30-minute okay. 15-minute also okay. Bottom of range. Yeah, DAX looks very interesting to me today. Because we have this massive wick to fill here. Let's see what we're looking at on 15. Massive clean range on 15. I just wonder if price is going to push before open here. We have open in 30 minutes. We need 5-minute structure anyways. We need to wait 12 minutes for a 15 to break out. We have so much room here. So much room. So I'm not too worried about it breaking out right now. And yeah. Let's see what DAX does. I'm also interested in DAX. I like DAX. Harry, what's extended setups? That's just setups that are not available on YouTube, right? So we have a few setups that I don't teach on YouTube. I don't have any NY trading strategy. My NY trading strategy is a whole different segment. Plus, it's a few different setups that I just haven't put on my channel or had time to put on my channel. Because if you don't understand the base setups, you're not going to understand that and people are going to misuse it. And I don't want people to misuse my strategy. Can you check if the confirmation was good? Close below, 4-hour low. What time frame? 15-minute. Yeah, that's nice. Break of low. Didn't enter because you wanted a 5-minute below the... Why do you need a 5-minute below the 4-hour low? I don't think you need to wait for 5-minute below. No, as long as there was no 5-minute support here, you don't need to wait for a 5-minute close. You have your close here. This is just lows. Breaking lows is the best thing you can do to take an entry. Waiting for a close below the lows is just not needed. You don't need to wait for a close below the lows. Yeah, but that's not the plan because here you never got a close here, you know? Here you're getting structure. There was never any structure in all of these iterations. This was just liquidity grab reversal, liquidity grab reversal. Here, liquidity grab upside. Close below, retest, never failed to go up. If it's going to liquidity grab, it should be up here. Why is it not up here? No, it closes bearish again. No brainer. Read the story. Read the story. All right. Look at gold here. This is exactly what I was speaking about. Would have been almost stopped out now if I just took this sell here, right? So sometimes it's very good to wait, be patient. So many people is... you know, is a thunderstorm setup 3? No, a little bit different than a setup 3. The base idea is from a setup 3, yes, but the other confirmations is not built off the setup 3. You need other confirmations. Thunderstorm is like a 5-minute entry. It's not a 15-minute entry. But yeah, it's definitely based off the setup 3. Do we need to draw support and resistance in 5-minute chart? Not always. Can you explain about Top Step standard account? Will there be any changes in rules after you pass? Yeah, there's payout rules. Read from their website, bro. So Top Step have a website. You can go to their website and on their website there is all the answers to your question. You know? So you can check, they have FAQ. Have you heard of FAQ? FAQ stands for frequently asked questions. So we live in a world where there's a lot of people who have questions. And these companies, they make parts on their website that answer these questions for you because Top Step is always changing their rules. So make sure to keep on top of things and check the FAQ and check what's going on with Top Step or follow them on social media to understand when they change the rules. So yes, you will have different rules when you pass your account, such as you won't be allowed to risk as much. you will have to reach a certain requirement to get a payout, such as 5 days of 150, all of that stuff. Is extended setup 4? No, there's many other setups I have. I have trades that come after the open strategy. I have NYSE trades that I sometimes take in London if it's the same conditions. I have different setup 5s. I have formations of lower time frame. Yeah, 1 minute setups. All of these different things would be counted inside of that. You know. And before you buy a Top Step account, what type of trading strategy do you have, and are you profitable, or do you have a plan to pass your Top Step account? Because why would you pay $100 if you're just gonna fail? Just my opinion. You know, with no intention. Failing is not really a big problem, but it has to be structured failing. Then it doesn't become failing, it becomes a lesson. So yeah, I just saved myself a loss here from not FOMOing in, right? Like I said, what I was looking at is I was trying to argue in my head, why is today going to be a day where we just straight collapse? There was not enough confirmation, right? It's a very big process I had to make here because we're coming from a very high point here. This I'm interested in because now we're going to retest something, create a resistance. Now I can maybe start to take sells from a pullback zone instead of having to sell the lows. Plus we have a retest, and if I'm wrong here, then I'm just wrong overall. Or even better, I can sell the lows now, but now I have structure to prove that it's going to be stronger. So if this is a big candle that closes somewhere here, I can sell below the lows, but finally I have a good structure, not just a tiny 1 minute candle. I mean, not sorry, 1 minute, one tiny 5 minute candle. So yeah. Anyways, that's the analysis for today. Let's see what ends up happening. If you enjoyed the analysis and everything's clear, leave a like on the stream. When will you start to risk more, and how much par trade? What do you mean by when will I start to risk more? Probably end of this month. I'm not going to change risk mid-month. It's not a good idea. You will not stay to see what will happen with this trade? Which trade, my friend? Alright, so 5 minute candle close bearish. No top wick yet. I mean analysis of gold. I'm right here in front of gold, man. I'm analyzing gold. What do you mean I will not stay to analyze gold? That's what I've been doing for the last freaking 30 minutes, my friend. So I want to see a top wick here. I want to just check on broker what type of top wick we're working with. Oh my god, I hate when MT does this. Such a stupid thing when it does this. Oh my god. Anyone hate this when MT trader just scrolls back to like the most randomest date in the world? I quite like the top wick that we're making. feel like if we can start to break this lows, if today's just going to continue down, that's going to be the sell. 50 pip stop. And if we don't, it's going to reverse. 15 close might be S3. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, if I should wait for 15 close in only 3 minutes, because that's a strong 15 close. So that's exactly what was going in my head, is like, you know, if I take this and we end up closing like this, like it breaks the low and rejects, this is not a 15 close that I want to be short in. So it's tough with 3 minutes left. I honestly think it might be smarter to wait. It's just one of those things, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But this, if a 15 closes up here, it's a big problem. Especially since we haven't broke the 30-minute low, so we don't have a confirmation of that trade being valid yet. Setup 4 and 5 are rare. I probably use setup 5 as one of my most common setups, to be honest. I just named them different on stream. But in the group, I would say all the guys in the group, let's see what you guys say. What do you think about S5 in the group, how much we use it? I think it's a very strong setup. I know on YouTube we don't discuss it more, but you know. Song, yeah, we have Delirious playing. S5 is top 3 for me, S2, yeah. S5 is very powerful. This is what I was scared of, right? We break the low and then we close up. Classic. S5 is my favorite, yeah, I like it. Setups are in the private group, yeah, definitely, man. All of my NY strategy is very different than London because of how NYSE moves. In the group, I have a whole different segment of how I trade NYSE. I'll show you, it's a whole different segment because you can't have the exact same strategy. Obviously, it's based on the same concepts, but it has a different approach, you know? I'll show you. This is all the videos, all the setups are here. And then there's a section here in the group which is called, where is it? NY trading. This one, indice and NYSE trading. There's like 24-minute, 31-minute, 15-minute videos of the exact strategy on how to trade it. Open trades, etc. So we didn't close below here on NQ. I have it on my other monitor. Gold, obviously, we had on the screen. It closed above bullish, actually. We have good bearish structure on NQ here. It looks like it wants to continue down, but we haven't actually tapped the bottom of the range properly yet. Just want to cross-check on futures. Futures, we have had a proper tap. So it's going to be interesting to see, do we react off here or do we start to get below? And can we argue 5-minute candle breakouts? Maybe. Yeah, DAX closed above. Again, I really want to be playing with DAX after they open. It's just been way more accurate. So I don't trust before they open. That's the whole change I made in DAX. So I don't want to start breaking those rules. Obviously there'll be days where there's exceptions. This type of LTA could be an exception day. But we're seeing it still hold true. Gold. How's the spread on Top Step? It's not bad. Brother, you keep asking me these questions. My question to you, you keep asking about Top Step investigating. My question to you is, what education do you have? I don't want you taking Top Step and then you fail, you know? It's just no point. Do you know how to trade? Do you know how to pass Top Step? Do you know how to pass funded accounts? We have, like, there's a special technique to pass funded accounts better. Like, that's what I mean. You need to make sure you have a plan. Don't just take a funded account to think you're going to get paid. It's not going to be the case, right? In the group here, look, I have this segment here, which is called prop firm trading. How to pass the challenge, how to get a payout, and how to scale. Those are the 3 things you need to do. So this is how it will look. You will first have what? I have my accounts here. First, you would get 1 prop firm account. That's passing your prop firm, right? Second thing you do is you get payouts. Third thing you do is you scale, right? You scale to have multiple copying each other, right? For example, I have 4 50K accounts copying each other, plus I trade one separately. You know? I've explained to you, brother, on top. Bro, then do what you want to do, man. You know, you can choose what you want to do. I'm just trying to help you and show you where all the resources are to help you. He said he's learning price action while trading on a challenge. Yeah, that's fine as long as it's focused trading. If you're just stream hopping and doing random, you're not going to learn. You're just wasting money on challenges. You need focused approach. Someone to tell you what's wrong, what's right, and having a plan. Yes, 5 great on US 30. You took it? No, I took a breakout on US 30. In my prop, I can't take red folder news, but I'm getting under which currency German 40 coming. That's fine. I don't trade red folder news. I wouldn't worry about not being able to trade with red folder news. That's really not a problem. I never trade red folder news.
No, Hadi, I was asking that German 40, which currency undermines. For Euro USD, I have to see Euro and USD red folder news, but for German 40, I'm not.
Oh, anything to do with Germany and Eurozone.
Oh, Euro, okay.
How long till we get this close here? Let's see. We have like 10 minutes for the 15 close. 5 minute might break structure in about 15 seconds, which is interesting, the close. I wonder if it's worth it. Ooh, depends how deep we close. It's impulsive price action. That's rubbish price action. Last 10 seconds to... If it closed here, I think I would have taken a short down to here with a good top wick, but that's rubbish to do it in one candle like that. Now I'm gonna wait for a close below. Today looks interesting. We have CPI coming ahead. CPI is going to be very important, guys. CPI. First time we're going to get inflation numbers after this, and the inflation numbers are not looking good, guys. Fed's target is 2% inflation, and now we're seeing inflation worth 3.7 forecasted. If we start to hit that 3.7, it's going to mean that interest rates are going to be held for longer here. We're going to maybe start to fade some of these bullish moves, because remember, a lot of gold upside was also done by reducing interest rates. See here, DAX trying to break out as well in 3 minutes. Wonder if we can make an exception for DAX. Gold as well, possibly in 3 minutes. and NQ. Which one do I pick? We have NQ closing below potentially in 3 minutes on a 5-minute time frame. We have DAX closing below potentially here in 3 minutes. And we have gold closing below potentially in 3 minutes. Anyways, I'm going to wait 3 minutes. Just going to go to the toilet in the meantime. Be right back. DAX here 1 minute as well. Let's see how this 1 minute time frame. No structure. We should have structure on. Oops, that was weird. How did I do that? Yeah, both don't have 1 minute structure. Both DAX and NQ. Gold is flipping bullish though. NQ might sweep this low and then reverse. Sometimes it likes to do that, so we have to be careful. So I'm happy to take NQ here, but I need to see a good top wick because we have no 1 minute structure. Then I can take a short here. So not really the top wick I'm looking for at the moment. We don't have 1 minute structure yet. So one of my rules is to have some form of 1 minute structure, especially when I'm taking a 5-minute setup. So I don't mind missing this move and avoiding to hold drawdown. I quite like to see this low swept and then see what happens now. NQ, we have a lot of room, but we need some sort of structures here. What pairs you trade in NY? NQ, US30. You should just join my Telegram. I have this Telegram here. Just join this Telegram. You can see the trades I take in NY. You can review all the trades I take in NY, all that stuff. So come join the Telegram. This is all the trades that I take with the guys in the group in NY. I'll post it in, it's a free Telegram. There you go. You can join it and you can see what I trade in NY. For the private group, it's on my website. Today's actually the last day that the group is open, and then it will close. Do you do calls in NY? Yeah, every day. That's how we take all the trades in NY. I don't only stream London. It's NY as well. Right now in NY, we're running above an 85% win rate right now. Very strong NY. Just scroll up in the Telegram, you'll see the trades. So yeah, look at this, man. Just dumping here, no structure. It's a long time since we've had no structure like this. DAX is already gone, man. DAX is gone. Look at the size of this candle. This could be quite nice here. London open with the 15-minute close and 5-minute close. That's something I might be interested in on gold. Gold is looking all right. So yeah, we're also in the group, we're running a challenge right now. So this is the challenge where people have to log their trades, and I'll be picking a winner at the end of the month. This is a great way for people to reach their goals. I'm very interested to see all of these guys with the challenge. We had, these are the rules of the challenge: consistency, trade understanding, quest completion, and P&L. And then these are the end of the month rewards. What's the second week challenge anyways? It's coming, it's coming. I just wanted a chance for everyone to review the first one. We missed DAX? No, I think you missed DAX. I didn't miss DAX. There was no entry for me. Gave this a go looking for pullback. Went B at the 5. Yeah, I don't like this trade at all. This is a really bad trade. Very bad trade. This is completely against what we discussed. You know, you're buying after a break of structure towards the downside. You're trying to long a massive downtrend. You're longing into a previous resistance. You're longing only one 5-minute candle bullish. You're no change of structure on 5-minute, no 15-minute candle bullish close. You have price breaking the previous lows here. You're better to sell at your break even. It's safer than what you took right there. I stuck with buyers pullback buy, but that's not a proper pullback buy. You're pressing buy at a change of structure towards downside. This is exactly the same stuff you were doing when we spoke together. You're just repeating it now. I mean, I get you sticking with bias. It's just you should never buy when we have that change of structure. You know, we can discuss about it later, but never buy with, like, you have to buy above here, even if it's on a 1 minute. Waiting for a 1 minute change of structure above here. This is just too much of a downtrend, man. Heavy downtrend. I'm glad you went B though. Alright, so we have a little bit 1 minute structure here. Here's the open. DAX here. We dumped on the open. No 1 minute structure on DAX. Gold failed to close below here on a 5. 30-minute has some form of S3 here. 15-minute potential break of low. We could look to run the S3 with aggressive stop loss, so breaking this low, more of an impulsive entry with stop loss above the highs here. I think that could be a shot. So I think this is with the open volume here. I want to give that a shot and see how it goes. Breaking the low, set up 3 basically. Because we need to respect this low. This is also the 1 hour low here. So if it's going to be a continuation day, we should break the low and continue. Again, there's a 50% chance we reverse during London. Hopefully we respect the low and reverse. But we have this bearish candle close on the 15. Didn't close below, but the way the 30 minutes closing does give us a setup 3. We also do have 5-minute candles closing bearish, creating a structure below the previous 30. So there is a few confirmations. Obviously waiting for a 5 close below would be nice. But I'm relying on London open, which is why I'm not waiting for the 5 close below. So let's see. One minute before the close, maybe I wait for the close below. Might be worth it. All right. All right, I'm going to be moving stops to break even at that daily support there, which we basically tapped. See if we can get the extra push here. Nice. Just a little bit more. I'm actually going to close a little of the position and then leave a bit of a runner. And then we'll leave a runner now. So I close some there and I'm going to leave a runner. Because I think this can continue to dump. So only 20% runner though. Only 20% runner. See, we're reacting off this daily support here. So we close some there, and then we leave the rest to run. What's your lot size? 2.5 lots. So I close one lot, I'm leaving the rest basically. I can close a little bit more. I might close a little bit more just to make 500. But let's see how this 1 minute, because I don't need to close if we break the low and continue. We're just struggling at this daily support. If we can break the daily support, we should have some downside. Nice. Next possible target's gonna be down here. Whoa, 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 that's a big one. I think I'm happy with that, maybe. I don't like the rejection speed. Big move. So I'm just gonna take it there for me. Happy with that for London, you know? Tuesday only, I'm not gonna be greedy. Yes, it can continue dumping heavily. We did tap a target here. I don't want to be too greedy and then give back my profit like this, you know? Because of how fast we rejected, right? We had an impulsive move down and then we rejected super fast. So I just wanted to take it there. Yeah. I think that made sense. Yeah, there you go. Look at this push now. Yeah, good TP. I think that was a good TP. I wish I had a little bit time to close right at the tip, but look, made 1.1%. Can't complain. So, good trade this one. Leave a like on the stream if you caught it. And I think that's good for CPI day. We waited for the pullback. Long time since I actually took gold. I don't reckon gold too much, but it made sense. So yeah, clean trade. Let's go. What was that based on? 30 minute. That's a peak. Is your journal available to use? Yeah, of course. It's in like the description of all my YouTube videos. You can just file, make a copy. So yeah, happy with that close. DAX is just dumping here. Would have liked to take some DAX as well. Is this your new strat? You reply on London volume instead of waiting for close below? No, I just have some adjustments for London. I did a full webinar in my exclusive group. If you're interested in learning how I take those strats, then you're welcome to watch that. It's too long, that webinar, to explain right now, but it's just, I took 2 days out, I looked and I did some research. I prepared a document and I found what time is better to trade DAX during London. And since I've done that, you can see the difference in my journal. Look at, I want you guys to notice this. Who does this, guys? I'm promising. Look at from here. Loss, 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 win. Look at this. Look at this period. I take 3 days out, guys. Just 3 days and analyze my data. Now my results are win, 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 break even, win, win. Guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trade win streak in London right now. 6 trade win streak in London. Just from taking 3 days out to analyze data. Sometimes you have to lose 3 trades, right? Not in a row I had, you know, but you have to go through a little bit of losses to find out that, oh, actually something needs to change. Right now I've turned London around and I'm running 6 win streak in London. Just like that. And that's the difference of being someone who's just a market participant. I wouldn't count 1 pip as a win. No, that's why we can change it. I didn't count it, right? I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 without that. With that, it's 7. That's what I'm saying, 6. So make sure you can count properly. Let's go together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have said 7 if it was that win included. You know? So yeah. Harry, in the past you used to put the position sizer tool up before price gets to entry, but today you pulled out the position sizer tool after the move happened. No, that line that I put, the white line, showed my entry. If you're listening to the stream, you'll know the entry. Sometimes if I have time to put the position tool, I'll put it up. But that doesn't mean I'm not here for you guys to be carbon copy. You guys need to listen. That's what this white line means. And if you don't understand that, then I'm sorry. Maybe listen up, or, you know, get a bit better at understanding why I took the trade. Super important. You know? He was upset because you didn't show where your SL went, but I explained it many times. SL above here, many times. So yeah. Anyways, just before I head off, guys, I want to just say today's the last day that the group will remain open. So if you want to get in, join us during NY. We're on an absolute heater. I'm on a win streak as well in NY. Very, very good times in the market. Today is payout day. I'm not trading my funded account during London because it's payout day and I want to keep it for that. So yeah, that's what we're waiting for. NY session. Make sure to join, and then we will then we'll see how it is. So just wanted to let you know that that's happening. You know, guys, I don't like to shove services down your mouth, and I don't like to talk about, oh, I have this, I have that, but I want to see people improve, and I really feel like I built a place for people to do that, and I want people to have the opportunity, you know. Live payout in NY. Yeah, now you say that, watch us lose, bro. That's what we're gonna hear. We're gonna say order filled, order filled. We're gonna hear that. What can I bookmark in YouTube to find you live every day? Leave a subscribe on the channel. Leave a subscribe on the channel, and then you'll be able to find out when I go live. Just keep notifications on. Look how accurate our lines were, right? Very simple. Took simple support, resistance. Daily support was still valid. This previous zone still valid. So yeah, nice little trade. At least we catch something for London. DAX here retracing, so maybe we can catch some of the move back down in a minute. NASDAQ absolutely melting and retraced as well from the 15-minute support. How long did it take you truly to become profitable? On my 3rd year. What's your routine after trading? Mainly, I like to work on different projects. They are mainly to do with trading. Then I'll go gym. Then I'll trade NY again. And then I'll work a little bit more. And then I'll relax maybe for an hour or so. And then that's it. Naz gave the 1-to-1 before bouncing back. Yeah, it's not about the 1-to-1. It's about the entry here. It was no 1-minute structures. Really hard to just sell. It was cleaner on NY. Bro, did you see this Tom Hugard guy blew all his profits? Man, I have respect for this guy. Tom Hugard, I have respect for him. He's a good trader. I did see, yes, yesterday he blew all his profits. But I guess it's his style, you know? Yes, in like maybe 3 months he made, what was it, 30%? You know, which is great, but lost it all in one day. This is kind of how trading works. It doesn't mean he's a bad trader, but I have respect. He did that live, right? You have to give him respect for doing that live. That's my point. Like, this guy's a trader for 20 plus years, wrote multiple books about trading, respected in the industry, but still live is able to lose all his profits in one day. And people don't value how important it is to understand that trading is not perfect. Like, if I take 3 losses on stream, everyone goes nuts and starts hating and says, I don't know what I'm doing. But someone with 20 years experience blow 30% profits, all his yearly profits in one day, everyone is calm. And that just shows you how poor people's idea of trading is. That's his style. That's how he can generate 30% profits in 3 months, is from being a little bit more aggressive. But without the downside management, days like that can happen. No doubt, long term, he'll still be profitable, in my opinion. I have respect for the guy. I think he's good at what he does. I really like his approach. He investigates. He'll definitely investigate what happened here. But it just shows you this is a volatile game. And people don't understand my approach, right? My approach is I like to take things slow and grind it, right? I'm the guy who makes 5 to 8% a month, but my downside exposure is not big. I never go into some crazy losing streak, you know? So I think it's great he showed that live, and I'm really happy that that he did that live. Yeah, for sure. It's something that I have uttermost respect for that. Big respect, you know? Because I know what it takes. I've been doing it for a very long time. And although people don't appreciate my efforts as much as they appreciate his efforts, because he's a bigger person than me, as a trader, as that's my focus, as I'm here to make money, I know what it's like, you know? So yeah, very important. Anyways, I'm gonna hop off stream. Appreciate you all for showing up. Take care all, have a good rest of your day, and hopefully speak to you guys very soon. Much love and peace. See you guys, see you.